Do not just assume that your children are doing well in school. Don't just assume. It is even possible that these children come back with good results. Maybe you pay huge amount of money as school fees, so they don't want to fail your children, so that you won't withdraw them. So they'll keep passing them in some schools.
Hello, my name is Christopher Anaile. I'm the head of growth at Techpoint Africa. Growing up, I couldn't read or write very well. I was the best student in my village school, in primary school, and it didn't dawn on me that I couldn't read or write and how important that was, because as far as I can remember, nobody sat me down to teach me those skills, not teachers, not the parents, nobody.
Hi, I'm Godwin James. Most part of my adult life so far, I spent as a teacher, and I really enjoyed it. Teaching was fun for me because it's something I really like doing even till now. I had experience with children who could not read, and there are children at the age of their life you would expect to be able to read fluently, but at that point they could not read, and I was asked to take them private lectures. It wasn't easy, to be honest, because they were in just 3, just 2 at the time.
Everybody just assumed that I was a smart kid and that probably I'll figure it out myself. When my grandmother died and I went to Delta State to stay with my dad, he took me to go enroll me in this school, the Bride Nursery and Primary School. On getting there on that day, the principal called one of the primary 5 students in the school already and asked them to bring to her their English textbook. There I was, and she handed this English textbook to me and told me to open the first page. What was in that page, I still remember till this day. It was the first day of the school year, Wakama, and that's where I stopped, right? Because afterwards I crammed it. So I remember I could not even pronounce the word eat, and my dad was very furious. He was so angry. To him, he was taking this superstar boy that has been doing very well in the village, right, to a school, and I was going to do well. Thankfully, growing up, I was around my dad, my uncles, and my aunties, and these people spoke really well, and I was privileged to watch some really great movies and learn how to speak.
I didn't care about the class they were in. I went as far back as 2-letter words, 3-letter words for them to read and familiarize themselves with it. And I gave them a lot of things to read. That is the same advice I would give teachers out there who have children with the same challenge. Give them a lot of things to read. Don't bother about the class they are in. Give them 2-letter words, 3-letter words. Let them familiarize themselves with it, and let them know that it is not their fault that they can't read, so that it will have an effect on their self-esteem. As they're trying to help them to be better readers, they are now struggling with self-esteem. So let them know that it's a problem that a lot of people actually have. So it is not abnormal, it is quite normal. We have a lot of people who have the same challenge. Let them know that you are committed to helping them overcome that challenge.
I didn't get much help. I just got into the primary 5, and not that an intervention was done on like what we see that is prevalent in some good primary and secondary schools these days.
Do not just assume that your children are doing well in school. Don't just assume. It is not enough to just feed them and pay huge sum of money in school fees. It's not just enough. Go closer to your children. Give them newspapers. Let them read it to your hearing. Give them your phone. Let them read the text to you. During devotion, morning devotion as Christian, if you are a Christian, let them read a Bible verse. Sunday school teachers, let everyone in class participate. Let them read. So that from there you know some words they are not pronouncing well, and you teach them the correct pronunciation. It is even possible that these children come back with good results, because maybe you pay huge amount of money as school fees, so they don't want to fail your children, so that you won't withdraw them. So they will keep passing them in some schools. So go closer to your children. Let them read to you, so that you know the aspect of the academics that they are doing well and the aspect they are not. And from there, you'll be able to make recommendations to your school, probably during PTA meeting and all.
Technology has been tremendous help to me. I started discovering tools like Grammarly, like Elevate. Grammarly makes it very, very easy for me. Now I can write, and also most keyboards that come with your phone, even most platforms where you have to create content, have also added autocorrect to their platforms and also to their keyboards. Elevate has helped me in terms of the games that it has and the study materials. It helps me with spelling words, reading words at a very fast pace, and also Google. I remember then one of the things that helped me a lot was me exposing myself to lots and lots of vocabularies, right? If I knew more words, I knew it was going to be difficult. So I read a lot, but when I didn't understand a particular word, unlike those people who probably when they were reading, they had dictionary beside them, I had Google beside me, right? So if I didn't know the meaning of the word, I would Google it, I'll see the meaning, I'll see the usage, I'll also hear the pronunciation.
I employ technology, their phones, their parents' phones. I give them assignment that will involve them searching on the internet. I realized that having them use their phones to do their assignments or their parents' phone was more interesting to them. Children will always like to press phone. Let them use phones. Let them download some apps on Play Store that could really help them to read, even audio apps and all. Yes, I use technology, and I will also recommend it for teachers out there.
This has been my experience so far. Do I still have the challenge? Yes, but technology largely has been of help, and the more I expose myself to more words, the more I get better at it. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to me. It was great sharing my experience with you.
Thank you very much for having me.